came here because my wife is Dutch. I have chosen to work in education because I find that the communication between the students and the teachers is far more honest and open than I was used to in the business world when I was working in London. In a business world, there were a number of instances when I found it quite difficult to negotiate against someone who was in a weak negotiating position, and that was something I didn't want to continue with.
We're cutting it vertically. At what position?
The second thing was, in coming to the Netherlands, I devoted quite a lot of time and energy to learn Dutch. And I found that the classroom environment was a nice environment to be in. And more than that, at the moment, the bilingual departments in schools are growing very strongly. And so there's a clear demand for a native English speaker within the Dutch education system. The first few years are tough. And it may be that because I'm an Englishman and I was brought up in a different education system, it takes longer for an Englishman to get used to the Dutch education system. So perhaps I'm hindered in that way.
How have you got on with the BA?
Anyhow, for any Zijnstromer, it is quite an intensive module to follow. But if you're a native speaker, and then all your work has to be done in a second language, then that makes it even more time consuming. And yeah, you need to leave yourself some time. You need to be able to review what you have done and see that there is improvement. But yeah, it is tough, taxing being in front of the class with the students. I find it phenomenal to see what the students do in the 3 years at this school. It's just amazing. Their development in terms of the math, their development in terms of English and the bilingual department. It's absolutely fascinating to see that. And the contact with the students as well is never quite what you expect when you prepare the lesson, and that results in you having to think very hard about yourself and the way you react, and I find that a particularly fascinating part of the job. I wouldn't go back to being an estate agent in England, absolutely not.